All right, so let's start, guys. I'm sorry for the delay.
All good.
I think you can join from your phone, Isaac. You should be able to just
Sonny,
Rabbi Ikey Tawil. Should be fine.
did you
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now. You could turn on phone.
DB, you're on the phone?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
because my computer's in deal, and I'm in Brooklyn right now.
Thank you for sharing that information with us.
Welcome more. All right, let's see. Okay.
Call.
DB, Mal wants to know how you typed in letters. Are you seeing?
You click like personal link, and then you type in Rabbi Ikey Tawil. Instead of a code, there's gonna be like a thing. Click like personal link or something, and you'll see it. It's like right there.
Oh, there you go. He looks like he got it, Mal. Okay, great. Thank you, DB. All right, guys, ready? I'm gonna mute you guys now for a few minutes. Let's get 10 good minutes, starting with Se'i Vav. Okay. So again, I'm on annotate. You guys taught me how to do that last week. So here you go. Here's Vav. Okay. So Joe Sultan, nice Simpsons background. I like that. Okay. All right. Here we go. Vav. Hakoveya seuda al pat. Wait, I just want to make sure. Mal, are you good with us or no? Not yet. He's good. Okay, the word koveya means to set or to establish. Okay? Koveya is a set thing. Kiviut means like it's set. So this means to establish. Okay, so now how do I establish a meal? It's a little bit difficult, right? To establish a meal. Don't I say that I'm eating? No. So the way that you our koveya seuda is as follows. It's based on a measurement of how much you eat. Hakoveya seuda al pat haba'a b'kisnin. Pat haba'a b'kisnin is mezonot, uga, like you see cake. Pat haba'a b'kisnin. Dahainu she'ochel lemala mi 230 grams. 230 grams is a lot. Okay, so you have to know. I really don't. I don't know why the school used the Hilkhot Yosef for this, because I think it's a little bit more accurate, 216 grams, but we'll go with 230. Hint, hint, this is definitely a question on the test that I'm making. The question would be, how many grams do you have to eat in order to be koveya seuda?
230.
230, there you go. You are there.
Rabbi, what does koveya seuda mean again? I got like cut off.
Koveya seuda means to establish a meal.
So you need 230 grams of
mizonot, meaning if I can, so there's a couple of things. Ready? First thing is, number one, if I have bread of a kizayit, I automatically establish a meal. Okay? It's not crazy to be able to establish a meal unless you are not eating the right thing. So meaning, let's work backwards. When do I have a meal? I have a meal when I need to say Birkat Hamazon. When do I need to say Birkat Hamazon? That's easy. If you have half a pita bread, you already have to say Birkat Hamazon. That's a kizayit. If you remember last week, we discussed kizayit. Kizayit is how many grams? If you look at your notes, it's 27 grams. Okay, so kizayit is 27 G's.
I have 28. Does it matter? Or like, is it a give or take?
No, because I corrected myself. I would rather you go with 27. If you wrote 28, I wouldn't give it to you wrong. I think I corrected myself in the shi'ur because I don't think it was 56 grams. It was 54. So 27 grams is a kizayit. The sheet says 28. You could either one. I'll give you credit for because it's a little.
Why? It's not multiple choice.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a judge and write 27 or 28. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that.
No, he's saying
cool.
No, he's saying, is the test multiple choice?
Yeah, test is multiple choice.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I'll tell you why I'm doing that, Malin, because, again, this is not in the sheet. The way that the ancients based what a kizayit was on the weight of a coin. The coin was called a dirham. A dirham... They were claiming that each dirham was 3 grams. And they claimed that how many dirham was a kizayit? 9. 9 of the dirham. So what's 9 times 3?
27.
27. they actually found out that now through archaeology, the dirham is actually weighing a lot less, fewer grams than 3 each dirham. So how does that help you? That helps you for Pesach like a beast. That's what you never like. You see, like sometimes there's these families. They're like, oh, they're just pounding matzah at the seder. You don't have to do that as much as they're saying. You have to pound matzah, but not that much because their measurements of kizayit are a little off. So I always like to go lower than higher when it comes to kizayit. But okay, Yakut Yosef here is going higher. We're going with 230. So
Can I ask? Sorry, I didn't mean to
yeah,
interrupt.
sure,
Can I ask? Can I ask why we related it to a coin?
because they didn't really have they needed to use it with things that were commonplace by all people. Like nobody was like, oh, let me take out my scale, let me get my graduated cylinder and start measuring food. But people usually always had coins in their pockets, and store owners and people who would go buy in the shuk, they would always deal with coins. So coins was just out of practicality a very easy way for the rabbis to tell you, the value in weight. Excuse me. Similarly, you ever hear when people say, when is Shabbat over? Oh, Shabbat is over when 3 small stars come out. Oh, well, when do 3 small stars come out? About the time it takes to walk a meal, which is 18 minutes. Like, where the heck did they get these measurements from? Like 18 minutes. They didn't all have watches, so this was just how they gauged it. They had people do science experiments. And they said, look, everybody walks, so this is how long it takes a person to walk. So, they just established it that way.
Okay, thank you.
I hope that answered the question, Malin.
Yeah, no, for sure. Thank you.
Okay. So what are we saying in Vav? So let's just summarize Vav. Here's what Vav is saying. When I establish a meal, there are 2 ways to establish a meal. One way to establish a meal is straight up 27 grams of bread. That's way number 1. Way number 2 is, let's say I'm eating mezonot, right? I'll give you an example. Mark Fowler, where's Mark? Mark was here. Mark, right? Are you an Oreo cookie fan, Mark? Do you like Oreos?
Yeah, I like Oreos. They're
Oh,
good.
I pound those.
They're
Oreos.
decent, Robert. They're decent.
They're decent. They're all right. They're all right. Right. Saul Kurtz is pounding Oreos, he said. So let me ask you a question. Oreos are made from what ingredient, Mark? What is a cookie made from?
Dough.
Wheat.
Oh, good. Wheat. Right. Dough, wheat. Nice. Who said that? Was that Sonny?
Joe.
Sultan.
Joe Sultan. Yeah, Joe. Barkai. Right. So it's made from wheat. So technically the same ingredients, not exactly the same. Can we not have that? Thank you, please, Ronnie. Oh my God. Right. So let's say a person, right? Not that Oreos and bread have the same exact ingredients, but wheat is also the main ingredient in bread is also in Oreos. Right. Right, Mark. Did Mark leave? What happened to Mark? Oh, there he is. All right. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so wheat is found in cookies. So why don't I wash on cookies?
Oh, I'm frozen.
I'm frozen?
I'm frozen.
Oh, all right. So why don't we wash on cookies, Mark? If wheat is found in Oreos, why don't we wash on cookies? Because they're sweet, right? And sweet things that are, when there's sugar, or eggs, or any of those things that are sweet baked into the dough, we don't have to say hamotzi. But what halacha vav is telling you is, if I eat enough Oreos, because they're made of wheat, there is a chance that I would have to wash, say netilat yadayim and birkat hamazon after eating mezonot. So let's just do a quick Google. Ready? Let's say I'm going to do this. How many grams is an Oreo cookie? Oh, how many grams is 24 Oreo cookies? All right. Let me see. Okay. A regular Oreo cookie. One Oreo cookie weighs 11 grams. So let's do 230 divided by 11. 20 Oreos. I don't know if people eat 20.
Child's play.
Child's play, Isaac? Child's play.
Rabbi, I'm not gonna lie. Like this is what happens to me when I'm pounding the Oreos. So
20 though?
No,
20 Oreos.
no, Rabbi, my mentality is, I'm gonna have one or two. Then the Oreo box is sitting right next to me, so I go for a third, fourth, fifth. Gradually builds up. So like, you know what I'm
Do
saying?
you think it ever builds up to 20?
20? Nah, Mala is a 20 type guy.
Go
Yeah.
big or go home.
Mala's quote was child's play.
Yeah, for Mal's
We
like
had this conversation. We had this conversation in
Rabbi
freshman
Tobias.
year with Rabbi Tobias, and we were relating it to Entenmann's donuts because I usually go through like a box of those. So we said in order to have the same mezonot, you need like 5 or 6 of those donuts. I was like, right. I was like, there's 8 in a box, no problem.
Right. Wow. Mashallah, Mally, you should be blessed.
That was a beast.
To have your physique and be able to eat that, that's very impressive. I'll tell you that.
Thank you very much.
That's,
Yeah, my physique is also very impressive, no?
very, very impressive, Sal. I'm impressed every time I look at you. It's godlike, you know?
God.
Oh, this is the best donut ever. Powdered sugar.
He's down like 50 of Ed's paninis, but he's still. Listen,
Look. Ezra puts avocado on it, so it's, he puts avocado.
Facts.
Okay. So
And he only has one every other day.
Right.
That's what he says.
It works. So wait, let's get back to so the second halacha. So wait, let's summarize Vav. Halacha number 1 is, how do I establish a meal? You establish a meal. Number 1 way is 27 grams of bread. That's not a lot. That's half a pita, or how you hear some people say 2 slices of pizza. That's why I'll wash even on 1 slice. But 27 grams, that's half a pita's worth of bread. Now, way number 2, the big hidush in Vav is, if you have enough mezonot, it has to be baked mezonot, not like noodles. It has to be cookies or cakes or sambusak, etc. If you have 230 grams and you know in advance that you're going to have it, you have to wash netilat yadayim, say hamotzi on it, and say birkat hamazon. Okay? It's a lot of cookies. Okay? Now, the second piece of Vav just says, if you know in advance, since there's a safek, don't say hamotzi. Sorry, don't say al netilat yadayim. Right? So if you're gonna have cookies of that much, don't say netilat yadayim. That's part 2. Just wash your hands, but no beracha. Okay? All right, questions on Vav. Anybody have questions on Vav? You good?
Rabbi, so basically the main point of Vav was the 230 grams of mizonot is kovea suda?
Correct. And if you know in advance that you're going to have it, you have to wash your hands, but no beracha. Okay?
Why no beracha? Just because it's not like real bread?
Right, correct. Since it's still mizonot, that's without beracha. Okay? Okay, next, Zayin. Zayin is a fun halacha. Okay, ready? I like to call this the tequila shot halacha. Okay? I'm trying to make everything relatable to you. Okay? So let me ask you a question. If you ever or maybe you did this at the bar. I'm not saying that I ever did this at the bar, so don't misquote me. Okay? When people take, let's say, like tequila shots, what do you see them often doing? They like bite into a lemon, right? Or like,
I wouldn't know.
Not that anybody would know.
Yeah, Rabbi, when you take...
I've seen in the movies, though.
Rabbi, no, Rabbi, this is what
wet wine.
Rabbi, this
Yeah.
listen, this is what they do.
Mark, I'm listening.
They take a bite. No, they take a bite of the thing, they drink, and they just have it. No, they dip it in salt first. They
Right.
drink, then they do the lemon.
Right. What was that? Okay.
I think that's the Cavaliers game from 2003. I think it started playing.
Thank you, Mela. Okay.
Yeah, LeBron was a beast, not going to lie. I don't know how to start playing now.
I'm glad to see you're enthralledly paying attention.
I'm restarting my computer because it wasn't working.
I love it.
So it opened up all my tabs.
I love you. I love you.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
No, you're the best. Don't worry about it.
At least my audio's working.
Just banging you up. Yeah, now your audio's working. Mark, so listen to this. Let's say a person wanted to be a Sadiq, right? And
Like me earlier?
I'm taking a margarita. I'm taking a shot, but first I'm gonna bite into the lemon, lick the salt, and then down the drink. Let me ask you a question. Do you have to say a beracha on the lemon? Honest question.
No,
Why not?
because I don't know.
Right? Why? No, you're right, Mark. But give me the logic. What's the logic?
Because you're not using it for the actual lemon.
Rabbi, you're not.
Good. I'm not using it for the lemon. What am I using it for, Ronnie? To do what?
Taste.
as just a flavor, just to get rid of.
Good. Excellent.
Get rid of another flavor.
Get rid of taste. Already. Let me use a better example. Let's say you're eating jalapeno peppers, right? You're pounding jalapeno peppers. Now, what do you have next to you? You have some crackers, or let's say like pita bread. Why are you eating the pita bread and the crackers right after the jalapeno peppers? To do what?
Get rid of the taste.
To get rid of the heat, right? Get rid of the heat that's in your mouth. So Zayin is saying, if you ever have to use bread, I'll summarize it again, but if you ever have to use bread to chase as a chaser, that's how we like to call it, right? To chase the taste away. If you ever have to use bread to take the chase to chase the taste away, you do not need to say hamotzi, right? Lechem min haaretz, and you also don't have to wash your hands. You don't have to do anything because it's really not. You're not using it as food at all. Who can give me an example of a halacha that's like this? Anybody remember that there's a halacha where you don't need to say a beracha at all, but you're eating something? Mark, you unmuted. Say it again, Mark.
Gum.
Gum? No, we say a beracha on gum, but it's a good example because there are a lot of rabbis who say no beracha on gum. But halacha.
What was the question?
Yeah. Isaac said it. Isaac just said it. Isaac, say it.
I said medicine.
Okay, good, but not medicine that tastes medicine. Let's say you need to swallow a pill. If you need to swallow a pill and you're
The water you're using or the
you're using water, so you're drinking the water, but the only reason why I'm using the water is to push the pill down my throat. If you take orange juice, you could say, Rabbi, I'm using orange juice just to push the pill down my throat. But why'd you choose orange juice instead of water? It's got a taste, so that shows that you want the taste. But the bread, you don't want any of the taste of the bread. You just want the fact that it's bland to get rid of the heat. So let's read Zayin and then I'll summarize. Anybody who eats bread in order to push away the sweetness of what he ate, or he tries to push away the spiciness or the sharpness of what he ate. Everybody says that there are those who say that even if you ate more than a kezayit of the bread, you don't need to wash your hands. No nitilat yadayim because it's not the food. Kedin ikar v'tafel, like the laws of ikar and tafel means the main thing and the secondary thing. You only say the beracha on the main thing, not the secondary. Okay? So very nice. So some people disagree, and it's nice to wash your hands if you end up eating this more than a berach, then you wash your hands without saying a beracha. Okay.
Hey, do we wash? Do we not wash?
So we say no need to wash. That's the halacha.
Okay.
If you want to wash, you can, but if you ever wash, just like in Vav, if you do decide to wash, it's without a beracha. But the law is no netilat yadayim is necessary.
Rabbi, so
Yeah.
the bottom line law for us Syrians is that we don't even have to wash, right?
Correct.
And we only have to say the beracha on the main item.
Correct.
And not okay.
Okay, good. Okay. Last one for tonight, guys. We're going to do chet. Sorry because of the technical difficulties, but, still very good. Okay, now, because again, the main thrust over here is the washing of the netilat yadayim. I'm giving you some berachot stuff also in between. it says shi'ur netilat yadayim, the measurement of netilat yadayim la seuda, meaning, what does that mean, the measurement of netilat yadayim? The question is, how much water do you have to use for netilat yadayim? Good to see Sonny is taking this so seriously. This guy's rocking out. Look at this guy. Okay, so the question on Hayat is how much? How much water do you need for netilat yadayim? Now, it's not so much. It's not as much as you would think. Now, it's true that there is a Gemara that says the more water you use, the better. Like the more beracha you get, but that doesn't mean that that's the halacha. That's a bonus. So the shi'ur of netilat yadayim l'seuda hu revi'it mayim. It is a revi'it. Now, revi'it is in quotes, right? What is a revi'it? A revi'it is exactly 3.3 ounces.
Isn't revi'it a fourth?
Right, so revi'it, because that's why it throws people off. Revi'it means a fourth of, but when it says revi'it, it's an abbreviation. It's revi'it halug. A lug is a measurement in the Gemara, and which is about, if you look at it, it's about like 13 ounces. That's what it comes out to. So a fourth of that is 3.3. Okay, it's a revi'it of a fourth of a measurement. Which measurement? The lug. Okay?
So 3.3 ounces of water required.
Right, which is not
required for what though? Required to wash?
To wash for netilat yadayim for the meal.
For each pour, Rabbi, for each pour or for the whole cup?
Good question. On each hand.
On each hand, okay.
Okay? As long as you can get 3.3 ounces on each hand, you don't have to do the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You just do the whole pour. Okay? When you do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's when you don't have a lot of water. So what rabbis taught us was always do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you have it, if you eat, you're covered. And if you don't, you're still covered. So they only taught us really one way growing up. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? So again, halacha chet is how much water do you need to use for netilat yadayim? The answer is a revi'it. In a measurement, how much does revi'it come out to? 3.3 ounces. On the test, I'm just going to ask you to identify revi'it, because I don't know which rabbis are teaching 3.3 ounces and which are not. Okay? And then the last part of chet just says like what I said.
Wait, you just want us to write like when to identify is just a fourth of a lug?
Yeah, it's 3.3 ounces, so.
On the test, it's going to come up as revi'it. Okay, thank you, Joe. Right? On the test, it's just a revi'it. I just gave you information. How much is a revi'it? Just for your own reference. How much is a revi'it, son?
A fourth of a lug, which is
3.3 ounces.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Joe, son. Okay.
Bro, you see that picture of me?
Yeah, I see the picture of you. I know. I'm trying to ignore it, Sal.
Oh, I lost crazy weight.
That's great. Is that really you? I don't know if it's you.
Yeah, it's him.
That's me. I lost like 40 pounds.
So is that when you pounded the Oreos?
Yo, chill. He lost like 40 pounds in the last like week.
I lost 11 pounds in the last 2 weeks also. Chill.
Sal, you should always be healthy, inshallah. All right?
Amen, inshallah.
Amen.
Amen. Yes, honey. Nice. Came back out of the DJ box. Hadid. There he is.
I just set up something Hadid. Check this out.
Isn't it? It looks great. Where's your mouse suit? Doesn't that guy Dead Mouse? He wears like a mouse suit?
Oh, he wears a whole mouse. You know Dead Mouse, huh?
Because we found out about, I think it was 2 years ago when he first came out, and then Dead Mouse had a concert like the night after, like you broke your fast on Kippur, and then there was Dead Mouse.
People went.
Yeah, so we were so pissed. Like we
fit.
Because then we were like, no, how could you even go? You're gonna miss the concert. They're like, Rabbi, Dead Mouse, when they call the concert for 8, he doesn't start till 10. I was like, all right, I don't know.
Dead Mouse?
Breaking a fast on a G at Dead Mouse.
Ibe or not Ibe?
Exactly. You don't eat the G.
All right, let's just finish this. 1 second. So now look, just like I told you, when we call makom, I'm over here. I'm drawing the arrow just one more time. When we call makom, tov lehosif li tol b'shefa. Even though you're good with 3.3 ounces, you should pour more. The Amar Rav Hasda. Rav Hasda, what did he say? Ana mashe notel yadeh melo chofni. I would wash my hands with as much water as my hands could hold. V'yahabuli min shemaya tivuta melo chofni. And therefore, God would give me enough beracha, more than my hands could hold. Beautiful, no? If they washed their hands with more than what they could hold, they got more beracha. So again, there's something, it's a deeper concept, but it looks like however much water you use to do netilat yadayim, it's symbolic of how much goodness God is going to give you.
Oh, Rabbi, I have a sick thing to say about that.
Yes, say.
So al netilat yadayim, if you take the initials equals ani, whatever, it's a poor man. So
Wow.
So the less the less you do it and the less you take, the poorer you'll be.
Wow.
Like
deep,
that.
Deep. I don't know if I agree with it, but it's cool. It's cool.
That's what they taught me in 5th grade.
Nice. Okay. All right. What could you do? Nice. No, it's not bad, but Okay, good. All right. So we are.
Oh, it was pretty weak. He's trying not to hurt your feelings.
Thank you. We are up to, we're going to leave off here. Okay, Ted, next time we'll hopefully have a little bit more time, and we'll almost be done with the first part of the booklet, all right? And then we'll do a review for the, which questions will most likely be on the test, all right?
Cool.
All right, guys, thank you, everybody, for coming. I don't want to
Rabbi, great class.
Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Oh, see you on Friday.
Take care, guys. See you Friday.
Thank you, Rabbi.
I'll see you, Rabbi.
In the chat where it's going to be, all right?
All right.
It's at Sonny's house this week, and then DB's house.
That's a great picture.
Sonny and then DB, we got to take mad pics. Should I bring my shorts this time? Sonny, you got a pool?
No,
Nah, he doesn't have. Let's get back to South. Let's go.
Maybe we'll go back to pool basketball so Mala can dominate.